Marnie. So totally impromptu, old school camera propped up on a foundation bottle, hair not cooperating, lighting kind of crazy kind of video, but we're gonna give this a go. I can hopefully fix the lighting a little bit in editing. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a kind of, I was gonna say quick, but I know myself. I'm gonna do get ready with me, just my eyes. I've pretty much done all my face makeup. I haven't done my eyebrows though. Let's do that. I have my face makeup on, never got around to doing the eyes, although I do have mascara on. I'm not really blessed with this kind of natural darkness. Just kind of was a lazy Sunday and walked the dogs, took them to the pet shop, got them new harnesses and leashes for walking. Can't wait to give those a go. And now we're going to dinner, and so I thought I would film myself putting on my makeup. Nowhere special, we're just going to the grill at the club, which is so casual that I am wearing like a high school t-shirt and like a puffer thermal vest. So let me see if I can work on the lighting, hang on. Okay, hopefully the lighting is a little better. Anyway, slapping on nothing special, so I thought I would film it because I am really happy with how I've been doing my makeup lately, and I mentioned this in my favorites video. So today we are working with the L'Oreal La Palette Nude, La Palette, I guess? I don't know if we're gonna stick with the French thing. And it came with a really nice brush that I lost. So anyway, this is what we're dealing with. And let's just go through it, a little chit-chatty. So the base, I've been using lately the Clinique Touch Base, and this is the shade Canvas Light. And you can get all fancy and use a brush, but I'm just dipping the finger in and just patting that on my lid. I'll try to use the viewfinder as a mirror so you can see better, but I might have to actually use my mirror because I am leaving my house and I don't want to look weirder than I already tend to do when I leave my house. So a little bit, you can see, I think, how pigmented this is. So a little bit does go quite a long way. And I just pat that in and then kind of work it up a little bit into the crease area. If you were, you know, being a little bit of a professional or a perfectionist, you could blend this out a bit with a brush just to get rid of those edges. So let's do that. Let's pretend like we're being all fancy. Okay, so what I've been doing is a total departure from how I normally do my eyeshadow. I take a matte color. We're gonna do this one in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, number 5, I believe. And I am going to take like a MAC 217 type brush because it's a looser brush, so it won't pack it on quite so heavily. And I'm gonna pat it on, and then I'm gonna kind of sweep it up to the crease. So you say, Marnie, why did you put that shimmer down if you're just gonna put a matte shade on top? Well, strangely, the shimmer kind of comes through. So it's not a full-on matte. It almost makes it kind of like a satin finish. I don't know, I've tried it without the shimmer base underneath, and I really like this effect. I don't know what to tell you, but I like it. So I'm just putting it in there and then working the tip into the socket line and swirling it around. And we don't need to worry about it being precise because we're gonna play with that in a moment. And also because I have to say, one of the reasons I love this palette is because these colors blend really nicely. And then I'm gonna take a pencil brush, if I can find one, and with that same color, I'm gonna run it underneath the eye and connect it. Make sure you connect it because it looks a little strange when it's not. Under the eye, but stop where your eyelashes stop. Don't go all the way to the inner corner. Okay, here's the fun part. Love this. You can pick any of the shimmer shades. I've been leaning towards the second one in. It's a little more pinky. There's another shade, a few shades down that's a little more goldy. And now I'm taking a MAC 239, which is a little more dense. And I'm packing that on top of what we already put down but focusing it on the middle. And I apologize if you can hear some sort of sporting event in the background, but it is a Sunday late afternoon, and that means there's sports on the TV in the family room. Now, this is a very subtle difference. So if you want a little more bam, Fix Plus, spray your brush, tap it in, and now get it, did I even get it wet? There we go. Tap it in, and with a wet brush, put that in. Sorry, can you see now? And it's a little more shimmery, but not a lot. And that's okay, because I don't want like full-on glam with this. That's not what I'm looking for. Now I'm going to take, what are you, an E40 from Sigma. And I'm gonna take this kind of pinkish matte shade, and I'm gonna use that to kind of blend out the crease. Just a little bit. It's just to soften. Back and forth. It's very subtle. And then with any kind of bigger fluffy brush, with this bone matte shade, just hit the brow bone, clean it up. I'm gonna take my pencil brush and take the very last shade on the other end. Here, this is the frosty end. Frosty's probably not the right word, but it's frosty. Let's just call it what it is. And again, it's a very subtle highlight. If you want a lot deeper highlight, then use the highlighter you used on your face or wet the brush. I will admit this highlight, kind of crappy, but you know, I still really like the palette. Let's wet it. I think part of the problem is my skin is already so white that just not gonna show up. Okay, now a couple things you can do. You can leave it like this, but I'm not gonna. I am going to find me a skinny little brush. Here we go. Skinny brush. I'm gonna go in with the darkest crease, the darkest matte shade, which I believe is number 6. And with a much more narrow tip, poke it right there in the corner. Poke, 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 poke. And then swirl. Just a little bit. Not a lot. It's really subtle. The whole thing is really subtle. And I will say, I have done this look using this darkest shade all over the lid and then throwing the shimmer shade on top. And that is really pretty too. And then I'm gonna go back with that E40 and that kind of, that matte mauvey pink shade and just blend that out a little bit better. And that's it. Just slap on some eyeliner of your choice. In my case, my choice is, where is it? Aha. Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Eyeliner in Burgundy Suede. I gotta look in the mirror for this. Hang on. I just run it along the lash line. No wing, nothing exciting. I hold my pencil sideways. I don't know why. Does anybody else do that? That's it. Now, should have probably done this before, but it's the end of the day. It's like, I don't know, what time is it? Oh, I have a watch. It's 5 o'clock and I look a little tired. So I'm gonna freshen up a little bit. So I'm gonna pack on, yeah, I'm gonna try this concealer. I'm gonna pack this back on. Should have done this before. I'm gonna just layer this on top of what I already have, just to brighten up. This is also a little bit of how to transition from day to night. I have a little zit there. And it's a little dry. So I'm gonna take my Clarins Instant Concealer because I have 8 gajillion concealers and they all serve a different purpose, but they Clarins Instant Concealer is a little less, it's very hydrating, I should say. So it's gonna blend in without caking, which is good because that's what I want it to do. And everybody looks more awake with bronzer. So let's bronze. Okay, Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. Work it in. I'm just slapping it on. I mean, there's like no earthly what am I doing? I don't know, but I'm having fun. And I'm gonna slap on some highlighter, white highlighter. Becca, let's go for an old favorite. Champagne Poppet. Woo, maybe a little too much there. Said no one. No one ever said that's too much highlighter. Take it down a notch. Did they? I don't think so. I don't actually have any blush on. That might be why I look sickly and dead. I've been having fun with this one. This is from Milani. This is Dolce Pink. Slap some of that on. Pretty good. I have some goo, not goo, what am I trying to say? I have, what do I have? What is this? Ointment, chapstick, having a mind melt on. So I'm taking that off and I'm gonna try, don't know if this is gonna look any good. This is the new Makeup Forever Liquid Matte Lipstick in the shade 105. Yeah, no. Really not doing much for me. I mean, it's pretty. I like it, but if the goal was to look more awake, I probably should pick something with a brighter color. But actually, it's like my lips a bit better. I kind of like this shade, actually. I like it. In person, I look pretty not dead. Oh, brows. Rimmel brow this way. Baby, pull this way. Okay. Hair is what it is. Gonna do a little Veda dry shampoo before I leave. But I'm back out for you. That's it. Casual dinner. And I'm done. Hope you I don't know what's going on there. Okay. Hope you enjoyed this little informal slapping on of makeup. And let me know if you want to see more like this. It was fun. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.